When it comes to love, what are your ways that you receive love?
Talking about love languages, right?
Yeah, let's talk about love. Let's start there. Let's talk about love languages. What is your love languages?
My love language is words of affirmation. So
Okay.
words of affirmation, encouragement, and gifts. But not like lavish gifts, just gifts. Like if you're at the store and you get my favorite candy bar, that's enough because that shows me that you thought about me.
Okay. Well, okay, can you please explain for everybody out there, what does words of affirmation mean? How can I, give me a quick rundown of how I can give you good words of affirmation?
So like I said, words of affirmation is encouragement and validation.
Validation. Okay. So tell me, hey, you did a great job here. I appreciate that you did this, or I see what you're doing.
That'll work.
Okay. I got to work on that. Lord have mercy. For me, of course, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's the typical man thing to say that my love language is physical touch, but I'm a big physical touch person, and I like quality time. I like hanging out. And I guess, quality time is different for everybody. Some people look at it in certain ways. For me, it's just being there, hanging out with somebody. We could be laying in the bed, watching a movie, cuddled up. For me, that's good quality time, or going on a walk. I love doing stuff like that. I was talking to one of my coworkers, and we were talking about love languages. And he brought up something very interesting. He said, the problem with love languages is we focus so much on our own language and how we receive love. What do you think about the way that you show love? How is your way that you show, like everybody has the way that they receive love, but how do you show love? Is that a part? I wonder if that's a part of the love language. It's not like really a quiz for that one.
It's definitely acts of service. So like if I do things for you, that's how you can tell, okay, Zoe loves you, because she doesn't do things for everybody.
See, and I think I'm the same with both. I'm very touchy-feely, and that's my way of showing love. And so I feel like we get caught up in, so let's say I come home. I'm a physical touch person, but you're doing an act of service for me, right? And so I may be like, well, I don't feel loved, because I'm not getting my needs met. So I feel like we need to get more into, okay, how does my spouse show love? And we have to be willing to receive that, right? Like I have to be willing to receive if your love, the way that you show love is acts of service.
Yeah.
I have to be willing to receive that and say, you're showing me love right now because you're doing a service to me. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I mean, it makes sense.
You got something to say to that? Like, okay, so I'm a physical touch person. So if I'm touching on you, I'm showing you I love you. I care about you. You're beautiful, right? But I may not have bought you a gift, or I maybe didn't buy flowers that week, right? And so you may then feel unloved, but how can we still receive that love? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I really just feel like at this point, like in my life in the marriage, like I'm a bit over love languages, because I think now we just have responsibilities. And so that's why I say I show love through acts of service, because like it's our responsibility to keep the house clean. It's our responsibility to take care of the kids. Like I'm doing these things, and I feel like you should receive that as love. Like I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Like we have to take care of our responsibilities first. Like work and then play. Like you talking about touching you, but I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's not the most important thing, but that's a flaw that I have. So.
Yeah, that's not your love language, right? So for you, let's say communication, that's big for you, right? Let's say you want to hear certain things. And so in your mind, you're like, well, that's high up on my list, so that's important. But for me, the physical touch is important.
It's a basic need for you.
Yes.
Okay.
So the same way you feel if I walked and I didn't say anything to you, or I didn't buy you flowers, or, give you those things that you're looking for, that's the same way I feel when I'm not getting my needs met and I'm not getting touched and rubbed on and kissed on.
That makes sense.
That's what I like.
That makes sense.
Thank you. So